Hello there, welcome back. This is the third video of this series, Mastering K3s Cluster on Raspberry Pi. This is going to be a quick short video on how to enable K3s Traefik Dashboard, or basically how to expose K3s Traefik Dashboard, which is a router which helps you route traffic from inbound to outbound and outbound to inbound. And we'll also a little bit explore it to see what we got in there. We'll also try accessing Traefik Dashboard using ngrok to avoid logging into the VNC session on masternode. So let's quickly check on the Traefik pod instance to make sure it's running. Oh, it should be kube system. All right, I do see Traefik is running, and the latest versions are coming with dashboard already enabled. That's just not exposed. So we'll quickly check on that. Kubectl describe port and do it be namespace cube system. All right, we have the configuration and it's listening on 9000 port. So we do have to port forward on 9000 to any communication that happens to localhost. And the dashboard is enabled, so it's true. Yay. Now let's quickly do a port forward. Again, mention the namespace and port would be 9000 to 9000. So what this would do is any traffic to localhost and port 9000 will be routed to the internal K3s pod listening on 9000 TCP. All right, that's there. And now since we do not have a VNC session to the master, we won't be able to access the localhost. So we'll do use ngrok for that. Let the port forward running. We'll create one more session to the master. Let me be root. Okay. Now I'll be using ngrok for it. So ngrok is a service. It's a very good service indeed, which allows you to host your local host, basically 127.0.0.1 and others to the internet. So just you need to grab the binary which is supported, which is for your platform. I'm using ARM64. So let me get a link of it. I'll go to home Pi downloads, do a wget. All right, let's see what. Oh, it's still going on. All right, we do have the file. Let me unzip it or untar it. All right, and grok as a binary is available for us. That's there. Now let's get our token. This would identify our instance of localhost to ngrok service. All right, it's done now. Now what I'll do is I'll issue a command ngrok, and that would be on localhost HTTP. So I'll use HTTP and it would listen on 9000. So what it will do is it will give me a domain, and whenever that domain is accessed, it will route it to my Raspberry Pi's master localhost running on 9000, and that will in turn be routed to the internal port that's of traffic running listening on 9000. So let's see. All right, that's there. So here you can clearly see anytime you access this URL, you'll be routed to localhost 9000. Let's try to access it. That's copied. Oh, and the page location is dashboard, and make sure a backslash is there at the end. Yep, we do now have access to the traffic dashboard with all the goodies present. So now you see from this URL, we got to the localhost, and that localhost forwarded the connection to the pod running on 9000. So we do have the access. Let's see what have we got here. We have got HTTP routers, TCP router, UDP router, and by default, let's check out what are the available things already. So we have 3 routers, 5 services running, and many more things. So what we'll do next is we'll deploy a Who application, and we'll see how it gets deployed and what are the layers of deployment that you need to make sure are being done for application to be hosted in K3s cluster. Thank you.